Hi, welcome to the Metal and Wood Shop. We're located in room 1211 at the Student Innovation Center. Here, we have some important safety protocols that we need to follow. We have a line here, and you have to have the proper PPE or personal protective equipment to cross this line. What we require in this shop is closed-toed shoes and closed-heeled shoes, long pants, and safety glasses. If you have long hair, it's a good idea to tie it back. Long sleeves, you should pull them up. Also, remove any loose or dangling jewelry such as watches, necklaces, and rings. And if you have strings on your sweatshirt, tie them or tuck them in. We ask that you scan in on our card readers and tell us why you're here. On our website, you can find a list of restricted materials, so as you're planning a project out, you know what you can and can't use. All of our tools in the shop have a designated safety level, and those levels correspond to the level of supervision that they need and the risk those tools provide. We also have everything locked, so when you come in, you need to talk to a shop supervisor and get the tool unlocked so that you can start your project. We look forward to seeing you soon. Welding is one of the processes at the Student Innovation Center that requires additional personal protective equipment, or PPE, to use. This is true for both Room 1211, the Metal and Wood Makerspace, and Room 0235, the Heavy Metal Makerspace at the Student Innovation Center. You should remove any jewelry such as watches, rings, bracelets, necklaces, and other jewelry before entering the welding bay. If these are not removable, consult a shop supervisor. We will provide all necessary personal protective equipment, and it can be found in the welding bays. In Room 1211, the Metal and Wood Makerspace, they are in the black cabinet. In Room 0235, the Heavy Metal Makerspace, they are hanging on the wall. You will need to wear a welding jacket. We have multiple sizes, so pick one that fits the best. If you do not have leather shoes or boots, you'll need to put on the shoe covers, otherwise known as spats. They should snap into place around your ankle and around your foot. You should not have any synthetic pants, which is spandex, polyester, or anything like that. Cotton pants are needed for welding. We can provide leather chaps upon request. Helmets can be found on the wall. These are specifically designed for welding and will darken to protect your eyes when a welding arc is detected. To set up your helmet, look inside the helmet above the lens. The first setting is going to be your shade. This is how dark the lens will get. We require the setting to be at a minimum of 10. There is no maximum. The second setting is sensitivity. This controls how much light is needed to darken the helmet. Having this set at the halfway point or higher is the recommendation. The final setting is delay. This is how long it will stay dark after you have completed your weld. Having this set at the halfway point or higher is the recommendation. To check and make sure the automatic darkening is working properly, you will need to look through the lens. While looking through the lens, use the switch at the top right to change modes. As you switch from grind mode, which is down on the switch, back to weld mode, which is up, the lens should darken. You will leave this switch in weld mode or in the up position. If at any time your helmet does not darken, stop welding. Or, if you're observing, close your eyes and look away. You will also need leather gloves. In the hands-on training, you're going to learn which gloves are best for MIG welding and which gloves are best for TIG welding. If you have any questions about personal protective equipment, please ask a Makerspace assistant or shop supervisor.